Yo, YouTube, what is up? Radar 25 back in with my co-host Michael Footamania.
What up, Smarks?
Guys, Wednesday Night War is the best night of wrestling on TV.
Yes,
Didn't really live up to its hype, to its name this week. We had two takeaways only for NXT on USA and AEW Dynamite. Two kind of lackluster shows. Obviously, AEW is the go-home for Full Gear this Saturday. We're going to drop a predictions video for Full Gear after this one drops. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Hit the notification bell. Obviously, you guys get alerted when that video drops. But overall, just a halfway decent Wednesday Night Wars. Not much going on. NXT is kind of like transitioning, still building up all the new components to the women's division, the new people in the women's division, new factions, yeah, with Pat McAfee and his crew. So it's a lot of that. Tag team division is kind of weak right now, so they're trying to rebuild some of the tag team division. But we got two things to get into, two takeaways, and yeah, let's get into it. But before we do, remind you guys, if you're watching this video, like this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're watching the video, you're not subscribed to the channel, notification bells, you guys are alerted when this video drops and when our predictions for Full Gear video drops after this one. Make sure you follow the Instagram and Twitter, the Twitch for the live stream. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, same handle as Instagram and Twitter. And the links in the description below. You have Fight TV and the Honor Club. Watch anything you want, wrestling related, MMA related, boxing related there. Use the Amazon link, shop on Amazon, use that link. Highspots.com, use that link, shop on highspots.com. Everything there kicks back towards the channel, helps us out. Really do appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, share this video. And without further ado, guys, jump right into two takeaways from the Wednesday Night Wars, AEW and NXT. We're going to start off hot with NXT because NXT started off with just a match to start off the show. So no promos, match. No nothing. It was Dakota Kai versus Ember Moon. Very, very good match. It went almost like, it had to hit like 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes, yeah. It was like with the commercial, maybe like 16, 17, but yeah, it was a very good match. Great way to start off the show. I thought a lot of hype in the match. Both girls did a great job, and we're gonna see more of this going forward between these two ladies.
Yeah, they did. They had a little interference with Raquel Gonzalez helping Dakota Kai get the win here to beat Ember Moon. So Kai seems to be in line to get another title shot against Io Shirai in the near, not too distant future. So we'll see what goes on with Ember Moon going forward from here on out. Next thing on the show, we had Cameron Grimes taking on Kushida. Kushida gets the win here. Cameron Grimes is still kind of tripping because of what happened to him at the whole Halloween Havoc House of Terror match with Dexter Lumis.
As you should, there were zombies. I mean, god damn it. Yeah, that's zombies. A whole week of being running away from zombies.
Exactly. So Kushida gets the win here, and he continues to keep rolling full steam ahead. A lot of momentum behind him. Eventually going to see him probably challenge, most likely I could see him challenging Johnny Gargano for a North American Championship. So we got that going there. Yeah,
I think that's probably like his next step. He's killing it. And Martin McFly keeps on doing his thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, next thing on the show, we had Drake Maverick and Killing Dane versus Everrise again. It goes to a no contest, right? Because, and this is takeaway number one, and it is because of Pat McAfee, Danny Burch, Oney Lorcan, and Pete Dunne. They show up to the arena. Pat McAfee takes one of the camera, starts recording them as they come in. They interfere during the match and just roll out everybody in the ring. They take out Drake Maverick, take out Killian Dane, take out Everrise, but they go big time in taking out Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. They just absolutely destroy them, and then it goes to commercial, and they come back and they cut this promo. Pat McAfee leads the whole promo. He's really, really good on the mic. He really is.
No, I mean,
he's like a natural.
If you hear his podcast, he just goes on these rants and they're really good. And this is basically just him doing that. Guy's a natural promo. I mean, some people are just born that way. They don't have to go to promo classes. He's that good.
Yeah, he is that good. He's doing a tremendous job on the mic. He comes out, obviously, with all the guys talking about how, the Undisputed Era is no more. They have a banner, one of those flags that WWE sells for, the Undisputed Era, and they're going to hang it in the rafters. So they even bring down the little holder from the rafters to hoist it up. But then they say, no, they're going to end up burning it. So they conveniently have a trash can there with lighter fluid on the outside. They bring that in.
Of course. Why would you have that there? Conveniently.
Yeah. And then Pete Dunne lights it on fire, and that was the end of that. So no Undisputed Era to speak of on this night, but I thought the promo was really, really good. It even harkened back to the issues that Pete Dunne had with Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong turned on him in the Dusty Classic, and that's when he joined Undisputed Era. So that was a good tie back to that and all that.
Continuity.
Yeah, so they've done a good job with the whole Ridge Holland thing and this going on, and obviously the stuff with Roderick Strong, tying everything together, putting a nice little bow on all that. But I thought this was the best part of the show. It's just a promo, but I thought it was the best part. I think they did the best job. And Pat McAfee's just really good. I'm excited to see when Adam Cole actually shows up, gets his comeuppance on Pat McAfee and Kyle O'Reilly on Pete Dunne. But after this, they would leave, get in their truck. But before they do, they would get attacked by Killian Dane again, and then Killian Dane would get his face smashed in between the door of the car by Pete Dunne and kind of bloody him all up. And they kind of just they left after that. But it was a pretty good segment overall.
No, I thought it was great. I like the NWO style entrance where they came out of their truck and just came in like badasses, not giving a crap about anybody, just gonna go in there and make their point across. I thought it was a little long, but it was still a good segment. I enjoyed it. I like this group. I mean, Pete Dunne looks great. He's in great shape. I like that he doesn't even say a word. He just has that just mean look on his face the entire time. I'm digging that thing completely. And Pat McAfee keeps on entertaining us. So if he's gonna keep on entertaining us, just keep on bringing him out. And I'm excited to see this faction versus faction. This is a fun faction so far. It's been solid. Who would ever thought a faction like this would work? But it's working pretty good right now at the moment. So yeah, let's see where all this goes. But I mean, I'm definitely interested to see, what this whole storyline is brewing to.
Yeah, it's been good. So we'll see how it goes and when the Undisputed Era and these guys go against each other. It seems like a perfect Survivor Series match, but whatever. I guess the NXT's not on Survivor Series, so we'll see what happens with that. But guys, that's takeaway number one. Next thing in the show, we had Shotzi Blackheart going against Toni Storm. Shotzi Blackheart was taking this match super duper seriously, and she really wanted to win it. She came in, take out Toni Storm. She ends up losing the match because on the video screen you have Candice LeRae with Shotzi Blackheart's tank. That's our favorite thing about our girl Shotzi is the tank. Man. So she has it there, and then she ends up causing the distraction that Toni Storm rolls up. Shotzi Blackheart gets the win. Toni Storm does. Then afterwards, you see Candice LeRae run over and destroy the tank with her car. And Shotzi was not having a good time with this. She was screaming, really upset.
It's like her dog died. Like literally, like it was like just like a family member died. She was just going in a massive. She was hysterical. So it was sad. Yeah. Sad. And so, Candice LeRae, you're a bitch. How are you gonna destroy the tank?
Now Candice LeRae gets her payback on Shotzi Blackheart for Shotzi getting involved in the ladder match at Halloween Havoc. So we'll see where it goes on from there. Probably most likely the feud is coming. Shotzi, Candice LeRae, but that's a big time feud for Shotzi because Candice LeRae is one of the top superstars, female superstars on the Black and Gold brand. So it really helps out.
They're definitely giving her a push. I mean, like the fact that she wanted Toni Storm and they made clear that this was the whole point. Like they're definitely pushing her and they're giving her the rocket. She was host of Halloween Havoc, so she's definitely getting the rocket shot put to her. So we'll see where she goes and if she can take the next level.
Yeah, definitely
take it to the next level.
Next thing we had Jake Atlas in the back with just showing up in the parking lot because NXT parking lot is like always on and popping. There's always stuff going on in the parking lot.
Never ends.
He gets out of his car because Legado del Fantasma walks up on him. He attacks Legado del Fantasma and kind of escapes. So Jake Atlas versus Santos Escobar is the next big feud for the Cruiserweight Championship. Next thing we had on the show, Thatch Can continues. Timothy Thatcher in his like wrestling school. He's taking on a random guy in the ring, showing him like different holds and stuff like that. So he's putting the moves on the guy in the ring, and then Anthony Green, who we took out a couple weeks ago that fought back, comes out, super kicks Thatcher, and then Thatcher kind of goes away. And I guess this guy Anthony Green is gonna get a shot at Thatcher eventually, but we're not too excited about that. We've never seen this guy before, so let's see what happens. Next in the back, we had Xia Li having a interview in the back and talking about the letters she's gotten from that guy Bo, and she can't say what they are, but they're like super important and stuff like that. Then here comes William Regal with the envelope, gives it to her, and then she just immediately asks for a match against Raquel Gonzalez next week, so she'll take on a match against Raquel Gonzalez.
I mean, I guess we'll figure out what's going on, but it was kind of weird. It was kind of, we'll see. I mean, that's all we can say. There's not much else to say about this.
But after that big announcement, Rhea Ripley accepts Io Shirai's challenge to take her on for the NXT Women's Championship. That's a big time thing. Haven't seen them do much since that triple threat match. I was excited to see that go down. Now let's get to the main event, the final part of NXT. It was Tommaso Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream. Feud's been going on since NXT TakeOver 31, where Dream got involved. So the match is going on. Very, very good match between the two of these guys. Ciampa beats Dream, so Dream's on a bit of a losing streak now. He continues to lose ever since coming back from his off the field, but outside of the ring issues. So I kind of want to see Ciampa go after the title and him versus Balor. And I would like to see Dream get back to a prominent role, but we'll see what happens with Velveteen Dream going forward. not much there to talk about.
Not much there.
Yeah, but guys, that's NXT on USA. That's our one takeaway from NXT. Let's jump over to AEW Dynamite, where we have another takeaway for you.
Dynamite.
The show started off with Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, and Santana in the back getting interviewed. Obviously, Jericho was just hyping up Jake Hager's at Bellator win that he had this past weekend. So it was a big win, big time fight. He still had the markings all over his face from the battle he was in. You have MJF interrupt and say that Jericho says he doesn't see MJF having that killer instinct or doing whatever it takes to win. So he shows it in this match against Sammy Guevara and Ortiz, and he does show it by making Ortiz tap out with an arm bar and holding it after the match for a long time. Then he would go and attack Chris Jericho, who's on commentary, and tackle him into the promo board in the back and begin brawling with him there until Jake Hager comes and breaks that up. So, and then Jericho was smiling about it, so he kind of sees that killer instinct. And
I did like that.
I did like that part. So that was pretty interesting how they did that. We'll see what happens at Full Gear between MJF and Chris Jericho, and if MJF
finally
wins.
some fisticuffs, some rockets broke out. Like, it was about time there was some heatedness going in there. So it's definitely good going into Full Gear.
Yeah, definitely. Next thing on the show, we had Trent versus Miro. Miro taking on Trent. Miro pretty much dominated Trent. There was a lot of interference between Orange Cassidy in the back. John Silver from the Dark Order is obviously taking on Orange Cassidy at Full Gear. They have some major issue, but nobody seems to really care about it. Yeah, he got involved in the match. There's a lot going on here, but Miro does beat Trent in a pretty dominating fashion. Yeah, so we'll see what goes on with the best friends and Miro and Kip Sabian.
Good to see Miro get, like, he's been here like a month and a half, and it's the first time we saw him in the ring as a singles guy and destroying somebody. He looks good. He's in best shape he's ever been. So I'm excited to see where Miro goes.
Yeah, me too. Next thing on the show, you had the Young Bucks going against the Private Party. The Bucks get the win here. They were hyping up the match at Full Gear. Obviously, FTR and the Young Bucks for the tag team titles. Remember, if Young Bucks lose, they cannot challenge for the tag team titles ever again. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of hype between the two, just promos back and forth, and other people chiming in as who they think will win, who they think is a better tag team, and all that stuff like that. So Young Bucks get the win here. Forgot to mention, though, in that match with MJF and Sammy Guevara, because they will come into play later on, you had Matt Hardy attack Sammy Guevara with a chair. So if we forgot to mention that, he attacked him with a chair. That match will happen again at Full Gear. So next thing on the show, we had takeaway number 2, and it was the face-to-face between Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. Prefaced by Tony Khan, saying that if they were to touch each other during this face-to-face, that the match is off at Full Gear. So
it's a weird stipulation, but all right, I get it.
It is, yeah. Now, this was extremely heated and personal back and forth between these two guys. You can see it playing, I believe it's above Michael's head, the confrontation between the two of these guys. They were like, Eddie Kingston got all up in Moxley's face, nose to nose. At one point, you had their noses touching, and Eddie Kingston kind of shake his head no, and they kind of like the Eskimos kiss.
Yeah,
they were kind of like that.
Kissing. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. They were basically tonguing each other, Eskimo style.
Yeah. You see the picture behind us that they're just like face to face, nose to nose touching. Eddie Kingston talking about how the AEW championship is the richest prize in the industry. He's saying that he was going to win it. When he wins, he'd give the championship to his mom and show her that's the reason why she doesn't have a grandson, a grandkid, or a daughter-in-law. That's all his life has been about winning that championship or heavyweight championship. His first shot in 18 years at a heavyweight title. So that happened. Then you have Moxley taking the mic from him and just basically telling him that he's gonna beat him, he's gonna destroy him, that he's changed, he's changed for the worse and stuff like that. So Moxley, basically, all in all, it was a tremendous promo, very heated, very personal between you.
Real.
Yeah, you can obviously tell the issues that these guys have. Not that they have, but that they know each other well. They're good friends, and it kind of plays on screen.
Yeah, no, Eddie Kingston is a great promo. You feel the intense. I mean, he just comes off as so real, and a lot of his characters is him just being a guy that's worked his ass off for 20 years and never got the respect, and now he's finally get that respect, and you're seeing that, and he definitely is a great promo no matter what. And him and Mox is doing that thing, and like, again, it feels real. There's a heatedness there that not that it's a real hatred, but like you're definitely getting like they're doing such a great job that you feel there's actually hatred there. So I'm excited to see the match. Even Kingston though jumped over basically all 10 guys above him in the rankings. Doesn't matter because like this is just really good promo work and just facials and everything was amazing. I'm excited for this match. Don't know who's gonna win. Hot psych. We'll talk about that later, but definitely excited into Full Gear.
Yeah, definitely excited about that. Now, that's takeaway number 2. So after this, you would have a video package from Pac. Pac is returning.
There was like double Pac.
Yeah, there was like 7 Pacs on the screen
like
at one time.
Pacs.
He's going crazy, like locked up in his house and shit like that. So we'll see when Pac comes back, see what he does, see if he gets back involved with the Lucha Bros, because he had that Triángulo de la Muerte at that point. Yeah,
that was literally like maybe like 2 weeks right before the quarantine happened. So it was like we never got to see them in action.
Yeah. So we had that go down. After this, we would have Taz come out into the ring, Ricky Starks, Brian Cage, and talk about, how these guys don't have title shots. Brian Cage, only lost 1 match, and he knows the towel being thrown in, and that he's number 1 in the rankings, and Eddie Kingston's jumping right over him to get that.
Yeah.
You have Ricky Starks 9-1 or 10-1, and he is not even in the top 5 of the rankings, so he has the actual gripe there to be have an issue with. Now, next thing on the show, we had Red Velvet versus Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose is taking on Hikaru Shida at Full Gear for the Women's Championship with a feud that has no build up. It's just kind of there. We haven't seen Nyla Rose. We haven't really seen Shida that much. We've seen more of the NWA Women's Championship than we've seen the AEW one.
100%. I started going in. I was like, I've missed this entire feud. I was like, because it really hasn't happened. That's why.
Exactly,
so it's again the AEW Women's Division being just like really wasted, really bad. It's kind of sad. That we're seeing more of the NWA women's action than we're seeing actual AEW. So this is something they really got to work on. This is not good. And this match doesn't feel any type of special. Even with Vicky Guerrero in there, it just doesn't feel special. So that's just not how you. It's a new company. It's a new title. This can't be done this way. Yeah.
So Nyla gets the win here, obviously, and then she would attack Hikaru Shida in the crowd. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a lot of build up for this, but not that there's no build up for this. It's just kind of there.
It's rushed.
Yeah, it's rushed.
It's rushed.
They just needed something there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. This is really bad.
Yeah,
not good, guys.
Now, next thing I show, we had the main event: Cody and the Gun Club going against the Dark Order, the team of John Silver, 10, and Colt Cabana. So the match was what it was. I mean, Billy Gunn's been around such a long time. Can't do the same thing if he used to. His son is in there, a new guy in the ring, kind of like more or less his debut in AEW and in ring.
He's been on Dark. He's been on
Dark, yeah, but he's been like his first Dynamite match. He would actually pick up the pinfall here, and they would win. This match was what it was. It's just kind of there. I don't know why it was the main event. There was like no reason for this match to be the main event, but Darby Allin in the crowd watching it the entire time. Cody, who now, breaking news, Cody got the Rhodes trademark from WWE. They dropped the trademark case.
Did they?
So now he can go back to Cody Rhodes. Yeah, he can go back to Cody Rhodes finally. Whenever they allow him to take that name back, he will take and become Cody Rhodes again. So he calls out Darby Allin, saying Darby Allin thinks that TNT does not want him to be the face of AEW, but obviously they do. They would love somebody like that. But he's not going to take the title away from Cody. So that match is going to happen. Not a ton of build up. It's kind of random, but it is what it is. But guys, that's our 2 takeaways from NXT and AEW Dynamite. Remember, after this, we're going to drop our predictions for Full Gear. So stay tuned for that. Remember to share, like, comment on this video, all that good stuff. Subscribe to the channel. Remember, if it doesn't work, not do your job.
Later, Mox.